Hey, this is Matt Cross from Alpha Male Secrets. I'm out here in Las Vegas, Nevada today. Got New York behind me. Over here by the MGM Hotel and the Tropicana. And the topic for today's coaching video is, why is it so hard to make friends after high school? Why is it so hard to build a social circle after high school? Because I get this question a lot from my students who are like, hey man, I had this giant circle of friends when I was in high school. And I feel like as an adult, it is very, very difficult and very hard to make friends. And the thing you have to understand is, when you are in high school, it is very, very easy to make friends, right? It's very, very easy to make friends. Even if you were a social reject in high school, you kind of found other social rejects that you can hang out with, that you could spend your time with, and that you could be besties with. But once you enter adulthood, it becomes harder and harder to find that. It becomes harder and harder to find like really good friends that you connect with socially, that you can hang out with, that you share the same passions, the same hobbies, the same values. It becomes hard to find that. And the thing is, you have to understand is, when you're in high school, you're really in this bubble, right? You're in a bubble together. It's very much like being stuck in an airplane for 4 years together. You're gonna get to know the people, the other passengers on your plane very, very well. Thing is, once you graduate high school and you enter the real world, it becomes a lot more difficult making friends, making lifelong friends. Most of the lifelong friends you have are likely from your youth, right? They're likely guys that you've known from 6th grade, 7th grade, 8th grade, you know, guys that you met your freshman year in high school. These guys are generally guys who are like lifelong friends to you. But once you become an adult, it becomes harder to meet people like that. It becomes harder to socialize. Why? Because you don't have these school dances anymore. You don't have these school functions. You don't have the big pep rally to go to anymore. You don't have the, the football games on the weekend where you would watch varsity football and the entire student body would come out. You don't have that anymore. When I was in high school, there was always somebody to hang out with. There was always something to do. There were always new people to meet. But once I became an adult, that social circle that gave me a feeling of protection almost slowly started to disappear as I got older. Okay, we all went our own separate ways, as most kids do, most high school kids do. After high school, you go your own separate ways and you pursue your own paths in life. And it's hard to stay in contact because you're not stuck in the same bubble anymore. You don't have to see each other every single day, Monday through Friday in class anymore. So you're all leading your own different lives. And that's really what the real world is about. Every single person you see out here, as I stand out here in Vegas, on Las Vegas Boulevard, every single person you see walking around and every single person you see in their cars are all leading their own lives. So it's harder to connect. I mean, these days, because I teach pickup and dating, I have a larger social circle than I did at any point when I was younger, including high school. My social circle right now is 10 times the size, even 100 times the size of what it was back when I was in high school. Okay, but this is not the case for most guys. Most guys have lost their social circle, they lost their friends from high school. They're really out there in the world just trying to connect with people. They're feeling lonely. Some guys are even feeling suicidal because they don't feel like anybody gets them anymore. They don't feel like they're connecting with anyone, especially in today's high-tech world where everybody's on their smartphones and everybody's checking their social media. It doesn't feel like you can connect with people. But really, the reality is, one of your responsibilities as an adult, once you enter adulthood and you graduate from high school, is you have to become a social monster. Okay, you have to become a social monster, and you have to take control of your social life. Okay, you can't just work and have no social life. You can't just, put your head down at your desk and work, 70, 80 hours a week and not give yourself a break and not enjoy some type of social life, not get involved in activities you enjoy, hobbies you enjoy, things that you're passionate about, where you can meet other people who are just like you, who share the same commonalities and beliefs. Okay, because this isn't like high school anymore. The real world isn't like high school. We don't have a school dance on Saturday night. We don't have the football game on Friday night. Okay, we don't have the pep rally anymore. You know, we can't meet the cute girl in our math or English class, or our social sciences class, or our history class. We've already graduated, and we're adults now, and we're part of the real world. One of your prime responsibilities as an adult is to take control of your own social life. Okay? You gotta take control of your own social life, because nobody's gonna do it for you. There are no more teachers to rely on, no more principals, no more school functions to rely on. Why? Because you are an adult. Okay? It is up to you to take control of your social life and build a social circle that you'll be happy with, that you'll want to be a part of, that you'll be excited to be a part of. And this is why you have to get involved in those social activities and those hobbies that you actually enjoy doing and that you're actually passionate about. Okay, because you are going to meet other like-minded individuals who think like you, who act like you, who are on the same path and purpose as you. For me personally, I get involved in a lot of business networking events, entrepreneurial events. I have dogs, so I socialize with a lot of other dog owners. I like to stay fit, so I'm involved with a lot of groups who are focused on diet, health, and lifestyle, their fitness. And I tend to meet a lot of friends this way, okay, beyond just pickup, okay, because pickup and teaching pickup is a whole nother world where it's an entirely different social circle than my business social circle or my animal social circle. Once you graduate high school, it becomes your responsibility as an adult to create and build your own social circle. I just wish that school warned us about this while we're there. You know, while we're learning math, English, and science, and biology, I wish some of our teachers warned us about this. I wish we could have had like an elective class on what happens after high school, you know, the social consequences, you know, because a lot of guys find out the hard way once they graduate, like, hey, what happened to all my friends? You know, they're all married now, they all have kids now, what am I doing? You know, you start to feel alone in this world, but you're not, because I guarantee there are thousands, even millions of people just like you who share the same beliefs, same values, same commonalities. You just have to go out there and find them. And the easiest way, again, is just to get involved in those social activities that you like to do, okay, that you enjoy. If you like picking up girls, get involved with other guys who are picking up girls. If you're interested in business and building an online business, get on Google, get on some of the forums and meet other guys who are trying to do the same thing, guys who think just like you. Okay, if you love animals like I do, get on some animal forums and meet other people who love animals. The key is you want to build a social circle with passions, activities, and hobbies that you love to do, where you can meet other people who love doing those things too. Because nobody is going to help you make friends as an adult. Nobody is going to help you build a social circle as an adult. It is all up to you, period. And what I like to tell my students is, hey, you're not in high school anymore, you want to make friends, you want to have a kick-ass lifestyle, you want to have a bomb-ass social circle, guess what? You have to go out there into the world and you have to become a social monster, okay? You have to become a social monster. You have to dedicate time out of your schedule to making new friends, to going places where you can meet the type of people who are just like you, okay? Don't just pick random friends out there. Don't just go to like the bar at happy hour and befriend whoever. Don't treat your life like a community college where you kick open the door and you just let anybody in, okay? You should be very, very selective about the friends you let in your life. You want to make sure that the friends that come into your life can actually add value and vice versa. That's why you want to make sure you're on the same path together. Because if you're not on the same path together, you're not going to be able to add value to each other's lives and you're going to be just constantly bumping heads with each other. And it's just going to be a very frustrating relationship. It's funny, these dudes are shooting a commercial behind me. Maybe it's a Mustang commercial. Anyway, after you graduate high school, you have to become a social monster, okay? You have to become a social monster. And obviously I do realize that, you know, once you become adult, you're gonna have jobs, you're gonna have careers, you know, you might even have some family that you need to take care of. You're gonna have to deal with those life responsibilities where you're not really gonna have the time that you did when you were a teenager to, you know, hang out at the movies all weekend and make friends with everybody in your class. But another key responsibility about being an adult man is balance, okay? And I've done several coaching videos on just having balance in your life, okay? You must have balance in your life. You don't want to spend your life at your desk working 70 hours a week, having no social life, because that's a miserable existence, okay? And trust me, I've done that before. It's a miserable existence. You know, I regret the times where I was so focused on work and I didn't make enough time for family and friends. I didn't make enough time to focus on my social circle, building my social life, okay? I didn't make enough time for that, where now it seems like all I do is make time for building my social circle and building my social life, because I've wasted so many years working. So understand, as an adult, it is going to require balance. Building a social circle as an adult is going to be much harder than it was when you were a teenager, when you were in high school, okay? It's gonna be much harder because not only do you not have the support behind you, right? There's no more pep rallies, no more football games, no more school dances that you can go to. Not only do you not have that support behind you, but you must also find the balance and be able to balance your work and social life, where you're not like working too much and ignoring your social life, and vice versa, where it's not all about your social life and you're ignoring your work, okay? You've got to find that balance. At the end of the day, you must have a social life as an adult. You must, especially these days. You must build a social circle of badass guys that are on the same path and purpose as you are. Okay, it's your prime responsibility as an adult, as a man, and as an alpha male. Okay, you must build a badass social circle full of guys who are just like you, who are out there wanting to crush it, who are out there wanting to kill it in life, and to make things happen. So until next time, this is Matt Cross from Alpha Male Secrets, signing out from Las Vegas, Nevada.